Is it a small thing for you to weary man? But will ye weary my God also? Therefore the Lord himself shall give you a sign. Behold, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and thou shalt call his name Emmanuel, which means God is with us.
Only Texas receptor.
Okay, this is a mute argument. Okay, one second. Is your position that you're only King James? So you agree these? Like, one second. 1 John 5:7. Do you believe that is an authoritative?
I believe in 1 John 5.
So you go against all the scholarship?
I don't see how it goes against. So the question is, are there manuscripts for 1 John 5:7?
Erasmus made that up for the church.
Thank you. Even he knows it.
No, hold on.
Even he knows the history.
Like the King James, that comes anywhere near having the backing, having the, should we say, the craftsmanship,
Craftsmanship? What craftsmanship are you talking about?
Wait, let me just finish my point. So there's no, for example, like I said, there's no backing, Cambridge University. In terms of scholarly craftsmanship, so the way that the King James was put together, there is no translation like it. That's what I'm saying. The money that was behind it, this was a king. This was a king.
Can we respond then, please?
That was able to source the best. And to this
Who the church refused him to marry the sixth time, and he decided to make his own version.
And if you look at the Bible, it's
a king who the church refused him to marry on the sixth time.
Even with all of that, he didn't. His personal issues didn't influence anything in the King James Bible. So that doesn't mean anything to me.
And in the name of honesty with God, you made a comparative analysis on which translation of all the different translations of the Bible.
That's what I'm trying to say to you.
Let me respond then, please.
No. I want to just, because you know what I'm saying.
Okay, we understand your position about the new James.
Don't worry, you come in. Just give me a second. So you've referenced the personal life of King James, which personally I think is irrelevant.
Okay, wow.
Because there's nothing about the King James that has been influenced due to the personal issues of King James. But anyway, like I said to you, you can clearly see just the way the King James is put together. It's revered, it's fact. There's no backing, Cambridge University. There's no other translation.
Yeah, but you said that point over and over. You're repeating the same thing over and over.
The scholars.
This guy's a joker, man.
The scholars.
This guy reject the Bible and then not tell me about he want to justify. Not realize they took out the Apocrypha by the Protestants, and he must say it's corrupted. The Apocrypha more genuine than the Gospel. This guy's a joker. First of all, can a man call himself daddy?
No, yeah.
That's his name.
You want to give him
unless
you want to give Will a chance to respond to you, or not yet?
Okay. Unless there's another version like it.
Right. But do you want to give Will a chance to respond to you?
Okay. So the point I'm trying to make is the New King James is actually a good translation. I'm not disputing that.
No, I'm talking about King James.
One second.
You're talking about New King James. I don't know what.
No, I'm saying even the King James. Okay.
Okay, King James.
Yeah, because obviously
just King James, not New.
It's a good translation. Don't give me that.
Why is it good?
Actually, you know what? King James used. Do you know who actually they used most of the? It was actually William Tyndale. I can't remember the percentage. About 80% of how William Tyndale translated the New Testament, the King James just copied it. Yeah. So, in fact, you got to attribute the greatness of the translation of the King James not to King James, but to William Tyndale. That's point number one. 1 second.
He probably didn't even know that.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. Really? Is there anything?
I didn't know that.
Because this man is your teacher. And he's my teacher. And he's the teacher of many of us.
You're just being rude. Okay.
No, you just don't want to acknowledge.
You're just being rude.
There's part of humility. No, I was born somewhere, bro. I mean, I come out of nowhere. God created me. Yeah, but God created me. No, but the question is, out of honesty, why you don't give credit where credit is due?
And then we've got...
No, why won't you give credit where credit is due? It's part of humility to respect people for their knowledge. It doesn't matter to you out of humility, but out of from me and him.
And I said I do.
No, I'm saying, all right. Let's say you knew. Let's say you knew.
So you're not even making sense.
No, I'm saying, let's say you knew. But it appears to me every time we'll bring some very important information, fresh perspective and thing, really interesting. All of it you know. But you're not that Bible wise, not really.
Okay, Abdullah, now you're taking a mic. Right?
No, it's not taking a mic.
Taking a mic. Because I'd rather talk to you one-to-one.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, you have to give credit where credit is due.
Listen.
And I'm saying the interesting...
I'm trying to be nice and civil.
All right,
because if I was to debate you, right, you get crushed.
All right, okay. Yes.
Let's not have this. Let's not.
No.
All right, sorry.
He's piping up.
It's about
truth. It's about truth.
Like he's an intellectual or something.
No, I'm not. Sorry.
Because
sorry,
you bring your Islam,
I apologize. Sorry.
It'll get completely destroyed.
Yes, I agree with
So
that.
you're just a spectator.
Yes, sorry.
So let me finish my conversation.
All right, sorry. Okay.
So, point number 2, your translation. You can be the best translators, but your translation is only good as the manuscripts you have before you. And the manuscripts that they had before them, which you know, is the Textus Receptus. And these were 11th and 12th century manuscripts. So that is over a thousand years removed from the original authorship.
I feel like so.
That's problematic. It is better to get manuscripts. Okay, what would be more
James was compiled
more closer to the originals? 2nd century manuscripts, 3rd century manuscripts, or manuscripts 1,000 years?
The earliest ones are always the most authentic. The earlier ones are the most authentic.
This is what scholarship has done.
2 people in the conversation. Right?
No, he's in
Speaker's Corner.
It's an impartial opinion.
But it's in Speaker's Corner.
Okay, so would you not agree that earlier manuscripts would be more of an authority than the later manuscripts? Would you not agree with that?
How you want me to do this? Because I can get into it easy. I was about to go home.
But would you not agree with
Put my feet up.
Would you not agree with
Get
that?
my wife to cook for me. You know. Are you married, by the way?
Why are you so concerned about?
You can't say, man. No, that's a personal question. No, that's personal matter. No, that's a personal matter.
I need to ask my personal.
On camera. It's off topic. It's off topic.
If you're married, how many kids you got?
It's off topic.
Exactly. So
basic, innit?
We're talking about
Scriptures,
Scripture, yeah.
which is of greater importance. The scriptures are more important than personal.
Okay. Yeah. So
Okay. So the point I'm trying to make is, as good, even if let's for argument's sake agree, they were the best translators. They were the best translators of the original language. But the manuscripts were corrupted, and that corruption came into the translation.
Which manuscripts are you referring to?
The King James used.
Right.
Yes.
Which is?
The Textus Receptus.
Yeah, Textus Receptus.
Actually, what I wanted to
Loads of these verses that you will see in the King James, if you go to the NIV, RSV, ESV, they are not there.
Okay.
And this is not my gripe or my argument. This is
a fact, yes.
This is common among Christians.
Commonly known, yes.
Among Christian scholars.
Yes.
But there's a small minority of Christians, you call them King James onlyists. They have this mythical reason that this King James fell from, it is as divine as the original manuscripts. And so when you come against the King James, you're like, oh, how can you do this? King James, there's like a real reverence to the King James. That's what I'm saying. Even your Trinitarian scholars would agree with me. They won't agree with what you're saying. You won't find one Trinitarian scholar that will agree with your position that the King James is the most reliable translation out there. Not one would say that. You'll get these conspiracy theorists who live in their basements and believe all these kind of conspiracies will say King James is the most authoritative.
Yeah, so with King James, it was compiled using multiple.
The Textus Receptus by Erasmus.
It's not just that though.
That's just
quite a number of.
okay. Show us otherwise.
Dictionaries, Old
Literally,
Latin,
we're not talking about translations. No, it didn't.
What do you mean? That's what King. This is part of the scholarship. Which,
Okay, show me that.
Like I said,
Prove
this
it.
is what I'm trying to say to you.
Okay, prove
when
it then.
came to the scholarship.
Yes.
Right. There was a fantastic. They did a fantastic job going into all of the various manuscripts. Yes. Going to all the various.
The Textus Receptus.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
it.
Of course, there's not just that.
Okay, show me otherwise and prove it.
What do you mean prove it? This was part of this is part of the scholarly investment. So if you're saying to me that the King James is only Textus Receptus,
Okay, this is a mute argument. Okay, one second. Is your position that you're only King James? So you agree these?
I'm King
One
James
second.
only, yeah.
1 John 5:7. Do you believe that is an authoritative?
I believe in 1 John 5.
So you go against all the
I
scholarship.
don't see how it goes against other verses in the Bible.
No, one second.
Even if it's not.
Unanimously.
But it is.
Okay, one second. So you need to show us why we should listen to Godhead over a unanimous agreement among those who study the New Testament that this was an interpolation. Why should we take your word against the consensus of New Testament Trinitarians and non-Trinitarians that this was an interpolation? Why should we agree with you? Why should we take you as your authority?
So firstly, I heard this argument, and people go on like 1 John 5:7 is there are no manuscripts for it. What I'm saying is people share this argument, but they go on like 1 John 5:7 has no manuscripts.
I think not before the 14th century, no.
So the question is, are there manuscripts for 1 John 5:7?
Erasmus made that up for the church.
Thank you. Even he knows it.
No, hold on.
Even he knows the history.
Exactly. Erasmus made that up for the church.
This is where you're going to debunk yourself, and you're going to.
Okay, but we know. Okay, go on.
It's up to you.
Go on.
The first time the church asked him, he said, no, it's not there.
Yes.
The second time, he come and said, he put it in there. And they appointed him as a bishop afterwards.
Even he knows
He
it.
get
Come
political
on.
recognition.
Okay. So, 1 John 5:7, name the manuscripts that it appears in.
What, the Greek manuscripts?
So, is it only Greek it appears in?
I think there are only about 2 Greek manuscripts, I think, or 2 or 3, I think.
So then, that's it.
And they're like over, what, 6,000
Okay. So,
manuscripts?
okay.
And it appears in what, how many? 3?
Okay.
2 or 3?
So where I think. So
Imagine that. Over 6,000 and it appears in 2 or 3.
No.
And he's saying it's original.
Only 2 or 3.
Okay,
How many
otherwise,
has it
go on. How many?
Hundreds.
Hundreds.
No, now you're lying. Now you are lying.
lying.
Show off. Prove it.
Okay.
Prove it.
There's a slip of the tongue. He didn't lie. He slipped of the
We're not
tongue.
talking about the Bible. We're not talking about
Even
words of-
Wikipedia.
Anyway.
Wikipedia, 1 John 5:7. Show us.
Okay.
And it'll tell you.
Okay.
Go on, Wikipedia
Hold
now.
on. Okay. So my point is this.
You made it.
Wait, hold
Gross
on.
error saying
Don't worry.
It's a slip of the tongue.
Hundreds.
Slip of the tongue. No.
That's fine.
100% it's not.
No, it's a slip of the tongue.
That's fine. That's fine.
I apologize on his behalf.
If you don't
It's a slip of the tongue.
If you don't believe that 1 John 5:7 appears in hundreds of manuscripts, that's fine.
You know what? For a second,
But do you believe that?
I'm going to Wikipedia.
Yeah. Can you help me to believe it?
Now, 1 John 5:7.
Can you aid me to believe that?
You don't care about the Bible.
Why not? I care about history. I want to
You
learn.
don't know truth. Anyway, so
Okay.
1 John 5:7 appears in Greek manuscripts,
Hundreds.
Syriac manuscripts.
Where you getting the information
You guys
from?
know that?
Yeah, but where are you getting the information? Tell us where you're getting the information from.
Latin.
Otherwise, the assumption is you're making things up on the spot.
So many.
All right. Tell us where you're getting your information from. Otherwise, people can assume you're making things up on the spot.
Bible is written in so many different languages.
Oh, that's a different topic.
So many different languages, so many different manuscripts,
Everyone agrees on that.
different languages.
That's agreed upon.
And that's where we see 1 John 5 saying.
So your argument really...
Yes, no, don't worry. There's lots of.
So this is what it says here. Let's read it. It says, the comma is absent from almost all Greek manuscripts of the New Testament, along with being...
That's what you're looking at. That's
One second.
Keep looking at.
One second. Remember you said it's in the Syriac and all that. Along with being totally absent in the Ethiopic, Aramaic, Syriac, Slavic, Armenian, Georgian and Arabic translation of the New Testament. It appears in some English translation Bible via its inclusion, the first printed New Testament, by Erasmus.
Erasmus, exactly.
Yeah,
Erasmus was the author of
it. It appeared in the 1522 third edition.
1522.
Okay.
Prior to the 1522, there were hundreds.
And it's not in any of these other... How about the church in Ethiopia?
Okay.
One of the earliest churches.
Wait.
It's not there.
Let's do this. Let's do 2 minutes each or something, yeah? Let's do 2 minutes each. Because it's going on. It's not organised.
It's not organized.
Yeah, let's just do...
It's not the minutes, It's the quality of information. Can you provide us with where you read it?
Who I'm talking to.
You're talking about it's a conversation.
Talking to you.
You've never had a conversation with two people?
Okay, hold on. So listen. This is what it says.
Okay, wait.
I was wrong, you were wrong. Listen, it says this. It says this.
wrong.
Okay, 1 second. It says
How
this.
was I wrong?
I'm going to tell it. Oh, where is it now? It says... where is it? It says it appears in 8 manuscripts. Okay, let's see.
When you find the truth out,
1 second. When did I...
Yeah, it will, of course.
Okay, yeah. The comma does not appear in the older Greek manuscripts. Nassalan is aware of 8 Greek manuscripts that contain the comma. Now, he said hundreds. Remember, it's only in 8.
I didn't say hundreds in Greek.
You said 100 in...
There you go. See?
No, but the conversation we would
on camera.
Yeah, it is on camera. But what we were talking about.
Let me talk to
all right, sorry.
All this is like.
So you never had a conversation with two people in your life. Today you were having a conversation with 2 white people there, and you wasn't complaining.
2 white people.
Yes, you were.
What 2 white people?
Those who stopped me, which is with an American accent, one stopped me and said, "Do you believe Jesus is God?" And I said, "No." Those were 2 people, a man and a woman, Christians, who were saying to you, "Jesus is not God." 2 white people. You were having comfortable conversation.
By the way, one was Korean and one was American.
Now you're having a conversation with 2 people.
Yeah, no way.
You're having an issue. Oh, you're leaving, Michael?
Yeah.
All right. We'll catch up then. Thanks a lot. Yeah, nice one.
Can you see though? Can you see? Okay, so let me get this on tape.
Right.
So guys, what you can clearly see, right, is Michael. No, you don't need to touch me.
I'm not touching. I'm looking at what you're reading.
Okay, you know, you don't need to read it.
Okay.
Basically, you can clearly see Michael was recording. He didn't record the whole conversation. So now what Michael's going to do is he's going to post it. 100%. Because he's looking obviously to get more subscribers and content. He's going to post that.
He's more concerned about his personal image on social media.
Hold on.
He's not concerned with the truth.
Hold on, he's going to post
He's
it.
talking about his personal image. This is an ego thing, It's not the truth. That's an ego thing.
He's going to show an unbiased account.
An unbiased account is a fair account.
Yeah, we allowed you to talk.
He doesn't know. He says he's going to produce an unbiased.
What you're seeing, yeah, is like clear. It's just an unfortunate situation because I was leaving. We were supposed to talk 1 or 2 minutes. Then he comes along and then he's got a mic. And then you've got the lights on.
What's wrong with lights? What's wrong with a mic?
Are you alright?
You don't have a
Are
mic.
you okay?
Are you okay?
Are you actually okay?
No, but do you have...
Why are you piping up with him? Come on.
Why is he piping up?
Look, Abdullah's a cool guy. What's wrong with you, man?
No, but he's complaining about people having a mic. But you have a mic.
This is
I'm going to come from nowhere.
Listen,
I was born in this... What are you talking about?
You ain't got the mic. He's got the mic.
It doesn't matter.
better that he has it because he's in the middle of us.
The point I'm making is you knew that I was...
Do you want the mic? Can I put the mic on you?
Please. Me and you were talking, we're just having a conversation, okay? He comes along, gets mic'd up, he's got light pointing to him. Listen.
Come, the light is
Like
on you.
I already said to you, let's set something up. Let's set something up.
Okay, what's
my
that
point?
something?
My point was basically Michael. He's taking stuff, and you know what Michael's going to do. I know.
No, that's not true.
What does
No,
Michael
that's
do?
not
He
true.
never edits.
No, that's not true. No, no.
What he's going to do is he's going to start putting text and start commenting and start.
So that's his
putting some up.
prerogative. He has that
But-
right if he wants. It's his
Of
channel.
course, he has the right. But
There's nothing wrong with it.
I don't think the circumstances.
Do you edit your videos?
I do. I do.
So
No.
what's wrong with
Listen,
that?
Listen.
Then you're being hypocritical.
No, I'm not being hypocritical because when I have a debate with someone, it's
been
one
double
to one.
standard.
It's 1-to-1.
It doesn't make-
Almost every time it's 1-to-1. People jump in, but I always establish it's 1-to-1, and it's fair. Like they say, yes, I'm not doing it by force or anything like that, or like through slippage, like today, where I'm going and like they're taking something, they're recording me. Obviously, as I'm on my way out, kind of thing. I don't do the slippage way. But what we're seeing is Michael's going to take that and he's going to annotate it. And
But you do the same thing, right?
No. I don't do the same thing as Michael, bro.
What do you do?
I don't do the same thing as Michael. Listen, when I record someone, it's 1-to-1.
Why are you beefing Michael, man? You're beefing him.
I'm not beefing Michael. So what I'm saying is, like, let's not make it something it's not. What I'm saying to you is facts. Right? There's loads of videos, where I've seen he'll take a video and he'll annotate it, right? Let me talk about myself.
Yeah, go.
Annotate it, and it's like, well, wow, I didn't even see Michael. I didn't see. He was taking recording footage of me, and it's a complete sort of distortion of
It's not a complete distortion.
the information.
Complete and distortion is not correct. That's not
Anyway,
true.
but what I think he should have done was allow for the conversation to finish. But if he uploads it, hey, I'm not going to think. I'm not going to.
Yeah, but you've been able to talk, so.
But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, so.
But you were
Yeah,
talking
but
more
that's
than
why-
anybody else.
but that's- but that's-
And you were repeating yourself more than anyone else.
But that's why I was looking at the camera and saying what I said. So, yeah. So I
But
don't
why
think
would you
we've
have
had
a problem with this conversation? Do you have a problem with this conversation?
No, but so basically, you made a point about the manuscripts.
Yeah.
And I could have elaborated a bit more because you said it doesn't appear 600 times in the Greek.
I said, I've read it. It appears in only 8 manuscripts.
But my point
and there are over 6,000 manuscripts, and it only appears 8 times.
Okay, but what I'm saying is
And I think the earliest it appears is in the 14th century, and it doesn't appear in all the other
Previous.
other
Prior to the 14th century.
Syriac, Ethiopic,
that's So
Arabic, all of those, Slavic. It doesn't appear in none of them, not one of them.
all right, okay.
The only ones it appears is in like the Latin.
Okay, so I disagree with that. Okay, and why I disagree with that is because I believe 1 John 5:7 it appears in a number of manuscripts. I'll read them out to you as well. Okay, so
These Latin or Greek.
I'll read them out to you. Okay, so 1 John 5:7 appears in a number of manuscripts.
Yeah, Latin, yes.
1 John 5:7-8. And it says, "For these bear record in heaven, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit."
Okay, yeah.
These three
Yeah,
are one.
yeah.
Okay. Because once again, this is affirmation of 3 persons and 1 Spirit. Okay. So that's what we believe. God is triune, where He's 1 Spirit. Okay. So now the evidence is in, for example, the Syriac Pesheto manuscripts.
The Syriac. I just told you it doesn't appear in the
Okay,
Syriac.
so obviously we disagree then, but that's where I found.
What are you reading from? Where you got your information from?
That's where I found 1 John 5:7.
I'm sure I read. Isn't it Syriac? Was it Syriac?
No, but it
I'll
will be
more-
honest for him to say exactly where he's getting his information from.
I'll be more specific for you. Don't worry. The Syriac edition at Hamburg is another one where you see 1 John 5:7-8.
Yeah.
It doesn't appear in the Syriac.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know.
But can he tell us exactly where is he reading from?
I am.
Where?
The Syriac edition at Hamburg. Okay, so you can look at that. Bishop's Uskin's Armenian Bible. So you can look at that. The Armenian edition of...
Excuse me, gentlemen. I'm going to make a little wrongs.
Okay. And the first printed Georgian Bible. Okay. So that's I guess some evidence of where you can find 1 John 5:7 to 8. But there's more.
But wouldn't you agree? It's more likely that it was interpolated later, because if it was in the original, we would find it in the Syriac, we would find it in the Ethiopian, we would find it in the Armenian, we would find it in all the other translations that are translating from the early manuscripts. Would you not agree with that?
Say, what's the question again?
If it was original to the text,
Yeah.
why is it not in all the other translations, like the Ethiopic? Because the Ethiopian church is one of the earliest Christian churches. So surely, if it was original to the Greek text, the Ethiopian text should have translated it into their text. Do you understand?
Okay.
So why is it not in theirs? And why is it not in any? It's not in the Syriac. It's not in the Slavic. It's not in the Armenian.
So this is once again, I disagree. I think that, like, we could, I think, there is an assumption that it's not. I believe it is. So, for example, if you look at, once again, 1 John 5:7 to 8, it appears, I would say, over 7,000 times in the Latin.
From the 7th century onwards.
Okay, from the Latin though.
But I don't think there's even 7,000 manuscripts of the Latin.
7,500. So
No, I don't think so. I think you're probably wrong. How many manuscripts do we have in the Latin?
we have thousands of them. We have thousands.
Not more than 7,500. I very much doubt it.
I believe that. So you're thinking, see, this is the thing. People keep thinking Greek. They got Greek in their head. 5,800 Greek manuscripts. But you see, the Bible has multiple manuscripts. It has manuscripts in Syriac, in Armenian, in Latin, in Greek, in Armenian, and the list goes on. I mean, remember, the Bible is a global, I would say, love story or love letter from the Lord.
Oh, listen, we're going to have to agree to disagree.
So that's the thing. So people saying that 1 John 5:7 to 8 is not is it sort of made up or corrupted?
Of course, it's made up. Yes,
but
it's unanimous. It's a unanimous opinion.
But the evidence is that, for example, I've just given one language, which is Latin. It appears
from the 7th century.
7,500 times.
It doesn't appear. No, you just made it up. Give me a scholarly source that says that.
Listen.
And it doesn't appear.
Listen, I can make
Okay, so show me a scholarly course. First of all, it doesn't appear before the 7th century. And point number 2, it's not in 7,000 manuscripts.
The Old Latin Vulgate, bro. I didn't even want to bring that.
From the 7th, it's not.
Do you know the Old Latin? Do you know?
It doesn't appear before the 7th century.
I'm not talking about Jerome's work. You know, the Old Latin precedes Jerome.
Jerome, from my understanding, is the first person that translated it.
Go and do your homework. Trust me.
Okay, so who's the first person that translated it into Latin? It's Jerome.
Okay, so no, it's not. But
okay, who is it then? Who is it then?
Just hold on. So firstly, when you look at the Old Latin, okay, when you look at the Old Latin, in fact, let me go to it. Because you want to know, so it's only right that I go to it. First John 5:7.
Okay, so listen. Dating from the 8th century, the Codex Armenianus is the earliest surviving manuscript of the complete Vulgate Bible.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm talking about.